What is up, guys? Rambo here, and welcome to my first episode of Nintendo Week in Review, where I just go back through the last week and talk about what's happened with Nintendo. Pretty simple, self-explanatory, but with E3 on the horizon here, there's quite a few things that are happening, but expect E3 coverage from me because, of course, I'll be doing live reaction stuff. I'll be doing live reaction to the little presentation tomorrow morning for Smash as well, of course. But of course these probably will contain my Nintendo Weekend reviews will probably contain spoilers, obviously, so if you don't want things to be spoiled, don't watch this, and that's my disclaimer. There you go. So basically the way I'm going to structure these, I'm just going to talk in theoretically from the least exciting thing to the most exciting thing. So let's just do that. So first thing, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but Europe renewed their trademark for Diddy Kong. So there's some theories that, they could be doing another Diddy Kong racing game, or that could be what Retro's doing, because Retro's working on their project. Personally, I don't think it really means anything. Trademarks like this get renewed all the time, and it probably means nothing. If it were that'd be my guess, that really it isn't going to be anything. But I mean, take that for what you will. Next announcement is that Mega Evolution is going to be in Super Mystery Dungeon, which is exciting. And of course, I did talk about Super Mystery Dungeon and what I was worried about in my direct little review or rant or whatever I called it, reaction. I think I called it all three of those things. And I talked about how I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't be a full retail release, but we can now confirm that it is. It's costing full retail price in Japan, so I don't have to worry about being free to play anymore. But it's going to feature Mega Evolution, which I think is very exciting. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. I'm not really sure how you'd make that work in Mystery Dungeon, but I mean, it'll be cool. Yeah, I guess. Next thing was, during the course of the past week, a couple updates for Splatoon came out. First one being the Kelp Dome stage, and the next one that came out, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago, the Splash-O-Matic weapon came out. Kelp Dome is a really cool stage. It's been in single player since the game came out, and they finally have it in multiplayer now. It's an interesting stage. There's a lot of grates that you can shoot through, and it's an interesting stage. The Splash-O-Matic, I've tried it. I don't really think I like it. Like, the Aero Spray, I think, is better than it, but so that's why I probably won't use it, because it's the same kind of idea with the whole rapid fire thing. So I'm probably just going to stick to my Aero Spray, but it's still cool. Next announcement that was interesting this week, that those little documents that Nintendo has on their website that they have to have for regulations, it's like CSIPA or something like that, for the amiibos that they have to legally have, to just make sure they're safe or whatever, and they have to have them tested. People have been checking those for months, and that's how we found the Gold Mario, Silver Mario. That's how those leaked out through those documents. And those documents keep track of when each month an amiibo is produced in the factories. And just recently, this was a few days ago, 6 documents were updated. Those being Captain Falcon, Ness, Jigglypuff, the Villager, Lucario, and Rosalina, which seems to indicate, and they were all just recently remanufactured, because the most recent month is now listed on there, which makes it seem like probably in the coming months we'll be getting announcements on a restock of that. Some people are thinking we'll hear something about it at E3. I don't really think Nintendo's going to announce a restock of any amiibos at E3. That doesn't seem like a big enough thing to announce, but, I could be wrong. So that's that, and that's pretty cool. I'll be happy because I haven't been able to get Lucario yet. I've been able to get the other 5, but not Lucario, and that's probably because I don't have a Toys R Us near me, but I'm going to hopefully try and see if I can get someone else to get one for me this time. And coming up next, this one's actually, I'm really excited about this one, Mario Maker. So they're having the thing at Best Buy where you can go play Mario Maker, and they announced that if you pre-order 2 games while you're there, 2 upcoming games, you get a set of 7 pins, and there was many different designs, but what people noticed is that 2 of them, one with Mario in a clown car and one with Bowser, had sprites that weren't original, they were original, they weren't in their original games. It had NES Mario in an older looking version of the clown car, because the clown car was of course introduced in Super Mario World, not the original Super Mario Bros, but now that sprite was actually brought into Super Mario Bros, and also Bowser Jr. This is cool, Bowser Jr. having an NES sprite which I thought was awesome. So we could definitely be seeing the Koopalings and all sorts of things now if Bowser Jr. sort of opens that door. It also I'm wondering if like power-ups will cross. We don't really know if they will yet, but I'm hoping that power-ups cross games, because that would be really cool to use like the cape in like the newer styles, or use like the Tanuki leaf in NES. Like I'm really excited for Mario Maker. I was really excited about it last year, and I'm really excited about it again, and I'm hoping we get a new trailer for that at E3. Next announcement, of course, Hyrule Warriors being ported to 3DS. We know that there's going to be 2 new characters at the very least, that being Tetra and the King of Red Lions. Probably more. There's been a couple like interesting that was actually leaked. That was supposed to be revealed at E3, and it leaked out ahead of time on, I think, Japanese Nintendo YouTube channel. I think that's where it leaked out of, and it looks really cool. It's cool that they were able to port it over. It's going to get them more sales. You know, it's good all around. You're able to port the characters over to your Wii U version, Tetra and the King of Red Lions. There's potential for more characters. You never know. But a couple interesting leaks that have happened in regards to that over the past couple days that I've been seeing. One being that apparently using the Link amiibo in that gets you the what's it called? Whatever his motorcycle is in Mario Kart 8. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. But apparently that unlocks that, and also apparently Sega tweeted something about it. I don't really know. It looks like the same type of image again, but if you use the Sonic amiibo, you get Sonic in Link's clothes, like in Sonic Lost World. I don't really know. I kind of believed the motorcycle one, because I know Anuma said he wanted to put the motorcycle in a Zelda game, but after seeing the Sonic one, I don't really know why they would do that. But again, I could totally be wrong. I guess we'll see if anything comes of that. Every time it comes up, there's the Sega deleted the tweet then, you know, so there's no actual proof of it ever happening. But it looks like the same type of image, so, you know, it could definitely happen. I'd be excited to see the motorcycle in an actual Zelda game. That'd be really cool. And of course, the big news this week, and that actually just happened today, are the big Smash leaks that are so cool. So, as we all know, or most of us probably should know, back in April when Mewtwo came out, we noticed within the files in the game that there was files for Roy and Ryu. Ryu from Street Fighter, not from Ninja, but Ryu from Street Fighter, and Ryu's theme was in there, you know, and everyone was like, oh my god, Roy and Ryu are coming, you know. And that's what I thought. My guess was that one of them was going to be announced tomorrow during the presentation, and the other was going to be announced during E3. Probably Roy, then Ryu, because Ryu's a bigger deal, I would think. That was my guess. But now I might be totally wrong, because I don't know exactly how it happened. It's not an inside job. Some people think it's an inside job. It's not. It's this guy on Twitter. He found a way. I don't know how he did it. But the update for 1.0.8, which is going to be the update with Lucas in it, that's coming out tomorrow, he got into it. I don't know how he did it, but he got into it, and it's the same update that's going to contain all 3. So there's a very good chance that tomorrow, along with Lucas, we'll actually be getting all 3. And along with this, of course, Dreamland 64, which was another thing we saw in the 3DS files, is confirmed now for Wii U at the very least, because Wii U was what was data mined. We don't know about 3DS yet. Probably, since it was in the files, we'll definitely be getting it on there. We don't know yet, but we know we're getting it on Wii U. There's a couple of new Kirby songs, some Rhythm Heaven songs. Those ones aren't remixed. There are a couple new Kirby remixes. The Street Fighter music is really good. The remixes, oh my god. You gotta check them out. I'll leave links in the description to those. They're really good. Really listen to them. Oh my god, they're amazing. But also, in addition to that, Ryu's stage from Street Fighter 2 is also going to be a stage on the Wii U version of the game. And another interesting thing is that Ryu has 2 final smashes, which is really odd because that's never happened before. But basically how it works is when you're far away from the other person you're trying to attack, he shoots a giant Shoryuken fireball, but when you're close up, he'll do like an uppercut punch. Really interesting. There's never been a character with 2 final smashes, so why not? But I think the thing that sets Ryu apart the most is that people have found out. There was this guy streaming today on Twitch. I don't know how he did it, but he had the DLC characters and he was streaming on Twitch. It was weird though because the character said Mario on the bottom, but he was playing as the character. It was weird. I don't know how he did it. I don't get it. Maybe someone does. I don't know how that happened. But basically, he found out that, so in Street Fighter, I don't play Street Fighter, and maybe you don't play Street Fighter, but from what I've learned today, in Street Fighter, when you do button combinations, it'll do different moves, like there's combos, you know, like press, just for lack of better button knowledge, like if you press A, B, and C, it'll do a combo, or if you press A, B, and D, it does a combo, you know what I'm saying? Like button combinations do different moves, which we don't really have in Smash. I mean, yeah, there's like over and B, but I mean that's not really a combo, that's just, you know, like, but Street Fighter has like real combos, and some of Ryu's combos are actually going to work in Smash, because his neutral B is his blue Shoryuken, but he actually has a red Shoryuken, and it doesn't do the same thing as the blue, it has different effects, and the streamer probably didn't know what all of them were, but that likely opens the door for there to be a lot more different combinations, which makes this character quite a bit more complex than anything we've seen in Smash before, because he's going to have all these combinations, just like in Street Fighter. It's crazy. And I don't even play Street Fighter, or know anything about Street Fighter, and I'm hyped for this character. Other than that, of course, there was a couple other DLC costumes, a couple characters from Virtua Fighter, Mega Man X is going to be getting a Gunner skin, Isabelle from Animal Crossing is a Gunner skin. Of course, the Splatoon ones are coming out tomorrow. A couple of trophies were added, an Inkling Girl trophy. A lot of crazy stuff that I did not expect to leak out. I'm not really upset that it leaked out, but I feel bad for Sakurai, because he can't get a break when it comes to leaks. I don't know. Everything he does just gets leaked out. I feel bad for him. He probably doesn't like it when that happens, but I mean, hey, you know, it's good for us. Yeah, that was the week. Today was crazy. I was glued to my computer for a while listening to that music. Holy crap. But yes, definitely I will be posting a video of my live reaction to the presentation tomorrow. Probably there won't be anything new, but hey, you never know. Might as well try. And if Roy and Ryu are both announced tomorrow, then that leaves the door open for possibly another announcement at E3. We'll have to see what happens. They could always hold Roy and Ryu back, but they are done. I mean, they're in the code, they're done. Everything is done with them. We've seen that proof now from the gameplay that the streamer put up, but they're done. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll put them all out tomorrow, but count on Lucas for tomorrow, because that's all we can count on. Lucas, Splatoon skins, and Miiverse, and if anything else happens beyond that, well then that's just freaking amazing, and I cannot wait to play Ryu. And apparently Roy is not so much of a clone anymore either, so that's really cool, really excited. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nintendo Week in Review, and I probably won't have one next week, because E3 is going to sort of take up the majority of the next week, and I'll be doing those separately, so just sort of, you'll get it early in a way, I guess. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode.